Alright, so this video is for the subject management accounting for HR students, and this is the continuation of payroll concerns or payroll computation. Okay, so in this previous video, we've had the tables for SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. So in this one, we've separated the computation of withholding taxes for computation. So, yung mga empleyado, so they are subject to income tax, and the employers are mandated to withhold the taxes. So that's why we have to learn how to compute for the taxes. Okay? So dito, go over the tax table. So for the current year, ito yung current na table. This is effective until December 31, 2022. And then come 2023, may panibagong table na mas mababa yung tax rate. Okay, so for this year, 2021, ito pa rin yung gamit. So kapag yung annual income ng isang empleyado is 250,000 and below, ang kanyang tax is 0. Okay? So yung mga minimum wage, technically, hindi rin sila taxable, kasi most likely, below 250,000 yung kanilang annual income. Okay? So, yung mga company, regardless kung calendar year or fiscal year yung gamit nila, itong withholding tax, this is applicable for a calendar year. Okay? So, from January of a particular year, so let's say 2021, hanggang December 31 of the same year, okay, 2021. Regardless kung fiscal year man yung ginagamit ng isang business. So, for example, schools. Merong mga schools kasi na gumagamit ng fiscal year, sinusunod yung academic year. Nag-start sila ng August, tapos nagtatapos ng July the following year. So, in that sense, hindi yun yung sinusundan na calendar year na taon, pagdating sa tax. So, bukod siya, pagdating sa tax, computation niya is yung calendar year from January to December. Okay? So, it will depend din naman kasi sa companies, kasi merong companies na nasa accounting or nasa finance department na nag-handle ng payroll. And then, there are those companies din naman na nasa HR department, ang payroll preparation. Okay, so, regardless, since HR students tayo na HR professionals of the future, so kailangan, alam nyo rin, kung paano kino-compute itong withholding tax so that if an employee comes to you to ask, edi alam mo paano explain, kung paano compute yung kanilang taxes. Okay? Ayan. So, ito, for 1 year, ito, so, kung ang sinusweldo ng isang tao is 10,000 a month, times 12 months, so that's only 120,000 a year. So, definitely, wala siyang tax, Kung walang tax, edi walang i-withhold yung company. Alright? Ngayon, normally, itong withholding tax would only apply to employees earning more than 20,000 a month. Okay, kasi itong starting nito is, di ba, above 250,000. So, kailangan yung taxable income niya is, let's see, 250,000 divided by 12 months. And kailangan 20,833.33. Kung semi-annual yung payroll ng company, ibig sabihin ay kinsenas, nagpapasweldo. So, divide mo lang din by 2 para makuha mo yung semi-monthly. So, yung semi-monthly income niya is 10,416.67 for him to be, or for an employee to be taxable. Anything below that, walang taxes. Okay? So, medyo napadali naman ang paggawa ng payroll dito. Kasi mas marami. For small and medium companies, medyo mas marami kasi yung below this, yung income. Okay? So, papakita ko sa inyo kung paano yung pag-compute din ng taxes. Okay, so ito yung file na ginagamit ko. I will include this in the description ng video. So, you can also download this kasi ito yung gagamitin nyo rin for the activity. Okay? So, this is not the payroll yet. Ito yung payroll. Normally, ganito yung itsura ng payroll. So, you have the list of names ng employees. And then, you have the basic pay, let's say kung quincenas yan, itong example na bibigay ko sa inyo quincenas, ano, so, sa isang buwan, you have your 1 to 15, and then, yung second is 16 to 31, or 16 until the month end, ano. So, in a given month, dalawang beses sa sweldo. Kumbaga, hinati lang, ano. Normally sa private companies, quincenas ang swelduhan. Pagdating sa government, normally monthly ang kanilang pagpapasweldo. Ano, kasi very centralized ang sa government. Ayan. So, ito example, basic pay ng employee. Tapos, kung meron siyang other income, it's either overtime or meron siyang, let's say, special compensation kung merong mga project-based task yung company din, or let's say bonus for a job well done or for meeting a particular goal or achievement. Ano? So yan, pwede magkaroon dito ng other income. And then you have the others. This is the column for non-taxable items. And normally, mas maganda kung magkahiwala yung taxable saka yung non-taxable. Okay? Kasi syempre, yung taxable, yun lang yung gagamitin natin sa pagko-compute ng tax na i-withhold. Itong non-taxable, hindi natin sila isasama kasi nga non-taxable. Examples ng non-taxable ay yung ating mga de minimis benefits. I think I've already enumerated yung mga items na yon in the previous video. Ano? De minimis, yung mga tipong rice allowance every month, laundry allowance, clothing allowance for a given year, year-end bonuses or Christmas bonus, monetized leave, yun yung mga usual na binibigay ng company. So, yung mga yon non-taxable, hindi isasama sa computation ng taxes. Okay? And then you have your gross pay. Dito sa gross pay, total lang naman nitong tatlo, ano. But of course, kung yung company meron siyang kung yung company may other income types pa sila na isasama dito, edi most likely mag-appear yun sa kanilang payroll. Ano. And then for the deductions, we have late or absences. Ano. Pag-compute niyan, syempre yung basic pay. Again, di-divide nyo lang by 30 days, kung 30 days yung isang araw. Or kung gusto nyo yung long method, edi 10,000 times 24 payroll periods in a year. 24 kasi 12 months times 2 since ito ay semi-annual. Ano. So, 10,000 times 24, ilan yun? Times 24, payroll, so 240,000, divided by, let's say, regular employee siya, so 365 days. Ang daily rate niya is 657. Ano? So, kung umabsent siya na isang araw, magkakaroon siya dito ng bawas na 657.53. Ayan. Tapos, kunwari ay itong si employee D, 42,400. Gagawin natin to. 42,400. Ang laki ng sweldo, Ayan. Daily rate niya, 2,787. Let's say, late siya ng mga isang oras. Ayan. So, itong daily rate niya, divide natin by 8 para makuha yung hourly rate. Ayan. Tapos, kung gusto nyo makuha yung minutes, edi divide nyo ito by 60. Ito yung per minute niya. O, kunwari si employee D late siya ng 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay? So, for the 1 hour, you have your 348.49. Tapos, for the 10 minutes, you have 5.81. Ito, 5.81 times 10 minutes. Okay? So, yung deduction niya for 1 hour and 10 minutes is this one, 406.59. So, again, this would depend on the basic pay ng empleyado. Ano? So, most definitely, magkaiba yung let's say, parehong absent ng isang araw si employee A saka si employee D. Syempre, mas malaki yung daily rate ni employee D. Kaya mas malaki yung magiging deduction niya dito. Ano? Hindi yan magpaparehas. Okay? Since magkaiba sila ng rate. Okay? Tapos, for your activity, para sa mga estudyante ko to, computin nyo yung SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig, saka yung withholding tax. Okay? Bale, dalawa itong sheet na to. Itong semi-monthly 1. So, this is for the 1 to 15. So, let's say January 1 to 15. Ano? Tapos, yung second sheet is for January 16 to 31. Alright? Dito sa 1 to 15, ang kakomputin nyo lang ay SSS. Normally, hindi dinideduct lahat agad ng employer. Itong tatlong mandatory deductions na to. Of these three, ang pinakamalaki is yung SSS. Kaya normally, nagsosolo siya during one payroll period sa semi-monthly. Tapos sa other half, dun sa 16 to 31, saka naman dinideduct itong HDMF saka PhilHealth. Okay? But yung withholding tax, every payroll period, dinideduct yan. Okay? So you have to, for this one, you have to compute for the withholding tax and the SSS. Okay? This is for this sheet. Okay? Semi-monthly one. Alright? Tapos, let's go to computation and tax. Okay? So, for example, ito yung basic pay, other income, tapos, hindi ko na pala nalagay dito. Wait lang. Sama natin to para makita nyo. Okay, so kunwari, hindi ko na ilagay dito yung, hindi ito yung payroll, ito yung ginagamit ko lang to compute the taxes. Kasi ito, naka-formula na to. Itong bawat row dito, nakalink siya dun sa individual sheets, para mag-automatic siya ng compute ng tax. Okay, so ibabawas ko na lang siya dito. Sorry. Hindi gumana. I-link na lang natin. Minus 757. Tapos sa employee DI, minus employee D, deduction 406.67. Okay. So, dito kasi sa computation ng tax, itong cumulative income, meron kasing two methods ng pag-compute ng withholding taxes. Yung una, straight method. Applicable lang yung straight method kapag ang sweldo ng employees nyo from beginning of the year to the end of the year, ibig sabihin January to December, ay pareho lang. Same amount, hindi nagpapabago-bago. Okay? So, pwedeng gamitin yung straight method. Yung cumulative method, ginagamit siya kapag nagpa-fluctuate madalas yung sweldo ng isang empleyado. Okay? For example, sa school, merong faculty members na may teaching load ng first semester, let's say 24 units. Tapos, pagdating ng second semester, 15 units. So, nag-iiba, yung rate niya. So, yung sweldo niya ng first semester, mas mataas compared dun sa sweldo niya ng second semester. Gawa ng mas konti yung teaching load niya. Tapos, pagdating pa ng summer, let's say wala siyang teaching load. Ayan. So, kumbaga, hindi mo pwedeng gamitin yung straight method kasi, yun yan, nagpa-fluctuate yung kanyang taxable income. Okay, so dito sa cumulative, ang ginagawa, for example, January 1 to 31, kukunin mo na agad yung cumulative tax niya, tapos ina-average, kinukuha yung average, tapos yung average, for example, January 1 to 15, tapos 16 to 31, di ba, dalawang payroll period na yon. So, i-average mo. Okay, for example, let's go to sheet number 2. Okay, joke lang. Mamaya na lang pala yung example. Kasi I would need to get itong SSS pa, Kasi itong mandatory benefits, banggitin ko na lang din. Itong mandatory benefits, these are deductible expenses. So, yung taxable income niya, itong taxable niya, yung basic pay sa yung other income. Itong non-taxable, hindi mo siya isasama. Tapos, itong mandatory contributions, deductible ito. Kasi in a way, it's a good thing kasi hindi siya, kumbaga pambawas siya dun sa taxable income ng empleyado. So, yung computation ko dito sa taxable, diba, ito yung cumulative taxable income kapag, yung mga sumunod na payroll period, later dun sa second payroll period ko siya ipapakita sa inyo. And then you have your basic pay, and then you have other income. Tapos, ibabawas itong SSS, PhilHealth at Pag-ibig. Okay? So, ayan. Sige. Compute natin itong sa employee A. Magkano? Ang kanyang basic pay ay 10,000, di ba, yung kanyang basic pay before the deductions. Okay? Pagdating sa mandatory benefits, ang ginagawang basis dito, normally, ay yung basic pay ng empleyado. Okay? Kasi, in a way, yun yung fixed, hindi nagbabago. But, of course, there are others saying na kailangan yung actual. So, let's say meron siyang other income na 10,000. Ang magiging basis niya dapat yung 10,000 and yung other income niya na 10,000. So, 20,000 dapat. Sabi, okay. But then again, it's a question of convenience kasi na kung madalas ganon, nagbabago yung income ng employee, especially if nagpa-fluctuate itong other income with regards to the performance ng employee. So, medyo matrabaho siya. So, for convenience, most of the time, yung basic pay na lang mismo talaga ang ginagamit ng employers in computing for the mandatory benefits. But then again, pag HR ka na, tapos sa inyo pinagawa to, better check with your, local branch ng SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig para safe ang company nyo. Okay, so we're back to this table. Ipaprovide ko din itong file na to sa inyo para may magamit kayo sa pag-compute ng mandatory benefits. Okay, so SSS, 10,000 siya. So, ang range of compensation niya ay dito, 9,750 to 10,249.99. Ang salary, what do you call this? Salary credit is 10,000. Ang employer contribution is 850. Ibig sabihin may counterpart na babayaran yung employer nyo, or yung employer. Okay? So, naka tayo. Ito, 10,000. Yan. So, ikaw, as employee, didedakan ka ng 450. Tapos, si employer, magko-contribute siya ng 850. Plus 10, kasi may easy pa. Okay? So, bale, ikaw na employee, 450 lang yung ibabawas sa sweldo mo. Tapos, si employer mo, 860. Ang papasok sa account mo ng SSS is 1,310. Okay? Ito yung may ipon sa account mo. Ito yung normally pag magiging basis, kung magkano yung magiging pension mo pag nag-retire ka or kapag mag-claim ka ng benefits, sickness, maternity, or kung ano man na benefit available from SSS. Normally, pinagbabasihan ay either yung contribution or yung salary credit. And of course, yung length of membership, gaano ka na katagal na member ng SSS din. Total contributions, kumbaga. Ayan, so 450, puntahan natin yung... Okay, so ilagay natin si 450 dito. Ay, wait. Wala palang lalabas na tax kasi less than 10,416.67. Okay, let's do employee P para lang makita natin yung tax. So, 21,500. Check natin ang kanyang SSS. Okay, ang SSS niya ay, magkano nga siya? 21,500. So, dito, 21,500. 20,000. Meron siyang ER contribution, 1,700. Employee is 900. Ayan. Tapos, EC, employer ang magsasagot dito. So, 30. Ito. Ang total for the employee is 967.50. Tapos, si employer ay 1,857.50. Okay, tandaan nyo. 967.50. Let me check na. Yes, the total and then the EE. For the EE, 967.50. Okay, nandito na ulit tayo. Lagyan natin. Okay, before ko ilagay yung SSS, diba, yung kanyang tax due is 2,458.33. Para pag nilagay mo dito yung 967.5 na mandatory SSS contribution niya, liliit siya. Kasi ito ay deductible expense. Okay? So, ito yung magiging withholding tax niya. Copy mo to dun sa payroll. Okay? So, ganun lang yung gagawin nyo dito sa table na to. Bawat employee gagawin nyo. Okay? So, ilagay nyo yung, for this particular payroll, ito yung first half nung month, January 1 to 15. So, ang ilalagay nyo lang ay yung withholding tax, saka yung SSS. Okay? Etong sa normal payroll, yan, mga normal deductions, you have your later absences, withholding tax, mandatory contributions, advances, na i-deduct sa salary ng employee, loans, pwedeng SSS or Pag-ibig loans, tapos other deductions, kung meron man, and then total deductions, naka-formula naman na to from the absences to the other deductions. Tapos yung net pay is the difference between the gross pay and the total deductions. Ano. So, mag-automatic naman itong part na to. Ang fill upan nyo na lang ay itong part na to. Okay? So, ayun. Itong nasa babang to, example ko lang to ng pag-compute ng deduction, nung daily rate niya, hourly rate, saka minute rate. Okay? Tapos, okay, ito yung 1 to 15. Yung tax, dito nyo makikita siya. Pag na-fill up nyo na tong SSS, magbabago yung figures dito. Kapag nabago na yung figures, kapag meron siyang SSS, saka mo i-copy papunta dito sa payroll. Okay? Ayan. Tapos yung second half, let's go there. Okay, nag-hang ang aking recorder. Anyway, ayan. Oh, I forgot to copy the cumulative. Okay, I will go back to the first sheet to copy the cumulative. Okay, so yung tinatawag kong cumulative taxable income is this one. Essentially, ito lang siya yung taxable, yung taxable income minus yung mga mandatory contributions. Yun yung magiging figure na kukumpita natin ng tax. Okay, and then you call it cumulative kasi nga yung from January to December, i-add mo lang siya ng i-add. For example, February na. So, ang magiging cumulative taxable income mo is yung from January 1 up to yung before yung kasunod, yung payroll period mo ng, let's say, February. Or kung November na, November 1, let's say, ang cumulative taxable income mo would be yung taxable income from January 1 to October 31. Okay, so you have to compute for the cumulative. Ibig sabihin yung, pinagsama-sama ng prior taxable period. So you're just going to copy this to the next one. Okay, kinakopy ko siya dito sa cumulative taxable income. Kaso bakit hindi siya nag-copy? Wait. Okay, magka-copy na siya. There you go. Tapos, itong payroll. Let's say, tanggalin na natin tong si other income niya. Wala na, no? Ayan. Tapos, ang ilalagay nyo dito would be itong si Pag-ibig, saka si PhilHealth, saka itong si Withholding Tax. Okay? For your activity, ma-practice nyo. Kung paano mag-compute ng mga yan. Ayan. So, ito yung isa kong babanggitin. Pagdating sa Pag-ibig, the mandatory is only 100 pesos. Yun na yung maximum mandatory contribution for Pag-ibig. Ngayon, merong mga employer na, how would you say it, gusto mag-contribute ng mas malaki. Okay. On the part ng employee, kasi dalawa kasi yan. It's either 2% of your basic pay or 100 pesos. Pero yung maximum nga niya is 100. Okay, ipakita ko lang dito. Asa na siya? Ito, Pag-ibig. Okay. So, di ba si Pag-ibig, ito yung share niya. Sa employee, kapag 1,000 and below ang iyong monthly compensation, 1% nung sweldo mo. Tapos yung employer share, 2% nun. Pero kapag more than 1,500, 2% kay employee share, 2% din kay employer. Pero, ang mandatory lang is 100 pesos. Okay, so example niya, 4,800 yung monthly salary. 2% niyan is 96 pesos. Yun yung employee share. I-deduct sa sweldo niya, i-remit kay Pag-ibig. Tapos employer share, magko-contribute din siya ng 96 pesos. So, ang total na i-remit ni employer ay 192 para dito sa employee na to. Pero itong isa, employee B, 16,000 yung kanyang monthly salary. Ang mandatory lang is maximum 100. Okay? So, ang employee share niya, 100. Sa employer share, 100 din. Ang total na i-remit ni employer, 200. Pero ang dinideduct lang sa employee, edi itong employee share nga, 100. Ngayon, merong employers na nagbibigay ng 2% mismo ng monthly compensation. Okay naman yon, pinapayagan. Ang lang niya, I'm not sure if we would call it advantage or disadvantage. Kasi syempre, kung mas, kunwari, 2% ng 16,000, magkano yun? 800. Wait lang, compute natin. 16,000 times 2%, sorry, 320 pala. Ayan. So, 2% ng 2% ng 16,000 is 320. So, di ba, mas malaki sa 100 yon. Pero yun kasing contribution natin sa pag-ibig, naiipon naman yun eh. Parang savings ba ang dating nun. So, syempre, kung mas malaki yung nai-contribute mo, edi mas malaki yung savings mo kay pag-ibig. Tapos yung kay pag-ibig nga, they invest it. Tapos yung kinikita, net income, dinidistribute sa lahat ng members. So, kikita ka, magkaka-dividend pa yung contribution mo. And yung pagbibigay nila ng dividend, syempre, nakadepende yun sa kung magkano yung contribution mo sa pag-ibig na. So, kung mas malaki na yung contribution mo, di syempre mas malaki yung share na ibibigay sa'yo when it comes to the dividends. Pero kung mas maliit yung share mo, edi mas maliit din yung makukuha mo na dividend share. Okay? So, in a way, maganda rin na malaki yung i-remit sa pag-ibig. So, 2% ng 16,000 is 320. Okay? So, let's say yun yung naging practice ng company. Tapos, yung employer share, let's say, eto si employer, merong 2 options siya, Kasi ang mandatory lang naman is yung 100. So, pwedeng mag-100 siya. Or, kung feeling generous si employer, pwede niyang pantayan yung 2% ni employee. Gawin din niyang 320. Diba? So, 320 plus 320, 640 yung total contribution ni employee na mag-re-reflect sa account niya kay pag-ibig. So, di ba ang laki nun? Compared mo dito sa 200 na mandatory lang. Okay? So, yun yung pwedeng maging instance with regards to pag-ibig contributions. So, government, normally yung 100. Kasi nga, for one, simplicity ng computation, lahat 100. Okay? Walang maiiba. Okay? If you want to make additional savings sa pag-ibig, edi mag-open na lang kayo ng MP2 account. Okay? Sa government yan. Okay? But sa private companies, normally, yung iba, fixed din, 100 mandatory. But there are those na 2% ang ginagamit. Okay? And kapag 2% yung ginagamit, ito yung consequence niya sa pag-compute ng tax. Okay? Balik tayo dun sa ating Excel file. Okay, so ang main concern dito is, let's say 320, yung nandito sa payroll, 320. 16,000 pala yun. Okay, kunwari itong 21,500 times 2, kasi monthly compensation ang magiging basis. Ito ay semi-monthly lang. So, kaya times 2 natin. Tapos, times din natin by 2%. Okay? So, yan yung kanyang pag-ibig contribution. 860 yung kanyang deduction sa payroll. Pero, pag magkukompute tayo ng tax, ang ilalagay lang natin ay 100 pesos. Kasi yan lang yung mandatory. Actually, merong issue 1 si BIR, na ang deductible lang ay yung mandatory na 100. Ngayon, kung gusto mo mag-contribute ng mas malaki sa 100, 860, edi go ahead. Pero, hindi deductible yung kasobrahan sa 100. Okay? Kasi hindi naman siya yung, required ng batas na i-deduct. 100 lang. So, pagdating dito sa tax computation, 100. Okay? Tapos, yung PhilHealth natin, before nyo i-copy yung tax dito, hindi papunta dito sa, papunta dito sa payroll, lagay nyo muna itong deductions natin, mandatory deductions. Okay? Let's see yung PhilHealth. Okay, so itong si PhilHealth, meron din siyang, rate. Itong premium rate niya, paghahatian pa to nung employee saka employer. For 2021, ito yung rate, 3.5. So, hatiin natin yan. 1.75 kay employee, 1.75 kay employer. Pero meron siyang sinet na minimum amount, 350 pesos, saka maximum na 2,450. Ibig sabihin, kapag ang sweldo ng employee is 10,000 below, 350 ang kanyang contribution. Kahit yung kahit yung 3.5 nga pala yung premium. Kahit 3.5% yung rate, kapag let's say 5,000 lang, edi syempre less than 350 yon. Ang gagamitin pa rin niya, ang i-contribute pa rin niya is 350. Okay? Tapos itong isa, 70,000 yung maximum naman. 3.5% niyan is 2,450. So, let's say merong may sweldo ng more than 70,000. Syempre, ang 3.5% nun, mas malaki sa 2,450. Pero maximum is itong 2,450. Okay? Any, the rest in between, edi yung 3.5% na paghahatian nga ng employer-employee. Okay? Ayan, so balik tayo dun sa sheet, 3.5%. 3.5%, okay. Lagay natin. Kunin natin to, 10,000 times 2 kasi monthly niya. Ito kasi ay half month lang, ano. So, kaya naka times 2. Tapos times 0.350, ano. 3.5%. So, 0.035. Tapos, hati sila ni employer, kaya divided by 2. Okay? Ayan. So, ang kanyang PhilHealth contribution is 350. Tapos, itong sa isa, 752.50. Okay? Tatanggalin ko ito mamaya dito sa sheet para kayo mismo yung gumawa ng computation nyo. Ano? So, syempre, titingnan nyo rin yung limits. Kasi, di ba, pag more than 70,000, hanggang 2,450 pa din. Yung contribution, tapos paghahatian ng employer-employee. Okay? So, ilalagay nyo ito dyan, and then, mag-adjust na yung tax dito. So, ito na yung tax na, i-paste nyo na lang dito. Okay? Pero kung gusto nyo matry yung, yung binanggit ko kanina na straight computation, gagamitin nyo yung tax table. Okay? Let's see. Ito na lang. 16 to 31, right? Employee B. Let's use employee B kasi hindi taxable sa employee A. Okay. So, dito, ang taxable income niya, diba? From the previous payroll, January 1 to 15, ito yung taxable income niya. Tapos yung current, ito, 21,500. Non-taxable ito, tapos deductible ito. Ayan. Kaya yung kanyang average taxable income, inad lang yung previous income, cumulative from the previous payroll periods from January 1. Tapos yung current, minus itong deductions. Tapos dinivide sa 2 kasi dalawang payroll period na. Yung January 1 to 15 at itong 16 to 31. Okay? Tapos yung formula kasi dito, nakabase siya doon. Itong 3. Nakabase siya doon sa average taxable income. Tapos, ipipick up na lang kasi niya dun sa table. Okay? Kapag lumampas, 20,000 kasi to. So, dun sa table, dito ba siya? 20,590. Okay, sorry, dito pala siya. Okay? Ito yung titingnan natin. Dito lang siya, no? Lumampas lang siya dito, hindi pa kasi siya lampas ng 33,000. Kaya ito yung rate na gagamitin. Okay? So, anything in excess of 16,666.67, i-multiply sa 25%. Okay, gusto nyo makita yung computation dito. 20,590 minus itong 16,666.67. Sorry. Multiply mo yan by 25%. Oh, sorry. Tapos, i-add mo dito sa base tax na 1,250. Ayan. So, makita nyo yung withholding tax dyan niya, 2,230.83. Ano? Itong figures na to, saan to galing? Yung nasa annual tax, dinivide lang natin sa 24. Ano? Kasi, in a year, January to December, 24 payroll periods tayo kasi semi-monthly. Ano? So, di ba yun ay 250,000 divided by 24. Ayan. Kaya siya naging 10,400 for 16.67. Tapos yung kasunod dun sa annual tax table is 400,000 divided by 24. Ayan. Kaya naging 16,667. Ano? So, delete ko na to. Baka malito pa kayo. Ayan. Tapos, balik na tayo dito. Yan yung sa cumulative, nauna kong i-explain yung cumulative. Ayan. Pag cumulative, edi yun nga, i-add yung taxable income from the previous periods. So, sama mo siya, i-average, Tapos, yun yung magiging basis. Tapos, yung tax due, syempre, multiply mo lang din dun sa number of periods na nakalipas na. Ano? So, ayan. Medyo mahaba yung process, medyo complicated. Pero pag nasanay kayo, edi carry na. Yung straight method, okay. Kunwari ito. Straight method tayo ha. Employee B ulit. Pag straight method, ang kukunin mo lang yung current period. So, yung half month niya, taxable. Wala naman siyang other income. Non-taxable naman ito. Deduct natin itong mandatory. Ayan. So, ang gagamitin natin ay 20,647.50. Ano? So, dito, 20,647. Gagamitin natin dun sa table. So, 20,000. Deduct natin itong yung nilampasan lang niya na taxable income bracket. Multiply natin siya sa yung ito rin. 25% plus sorry, yung base tax na 1,250. So, kapag straight, tingnan nyo, ang magiging tax niya is 2,245.21. Unlike dun sa cumulative na 2,230.83. Okay? Ang disadvantage kasi kapag ginamitan mo ng straight computation, yung cumulative, kasi nga yung cumulative, para lang siya dun sa mga employee na nagpa-fluctuate ang kanilang taxable income per period. Ibig sabihin, hindi naka-fix na ganitong amount. Okay? Palaging merong extra or nagbabago yung kanilang basic pay. Okay? So, in that case, pag in-straight mo kasi, normally, sumasobra yung kanilang na-withhold na tax sa kanila. So, at the end of the year, merong tax refund na nangyayari. Tapos, yung tax refund, if I'm not mistaken, kailangan siyang maibigay ng company or maibalik ng company sa employees not later than January 31, if I'm not mistaken. So, ayun. I'm not sure kung January 31, basta it's around January of the next year. Okay? Of the following year. Okay? Pero kapag cumulative, yung ginamit mo na method, wala kang adjustment sa dulo kasi normally, kung ano yung tawag dito, yung makompute mo na payroll, ay magsasakto siya sa, end of year. Unless biglang nawala yung employee, let's say, pumasok lang siya January to June, tapos the latter half of the year, hindi na siya pumasok. So, most likely, ay may i-refund ka pa din na tax. Okay? So, ayun lang for this one. So, kumbaga pinakita ko lang sa inyo paano mag-compute ng taxes at mag-prepare nitong payroll. Okay. So, ayun, yun yung magiging activity. So, to the other audiences, other viewers na hindi ko naman estudyante, you can also try. I will put the link of the document sa video description naman. Okay. So, that's it for this one. Thanks and bye.